Just caught the very back end then of the conversation that was going on this morning.
Me getting all passionate about things.
All passionate about things.
You be impressed when I've got my Christmas pyjama bottoms on.
Christmas pyjama bottoms.
Because it's business at the top and party at the bottom.
That's the fun and games of the morning. But just what you were saying, you know, being different's okay.
Being different is okay.
Being different.
We all bring our own things.
That's right.
And they all are important.
Yes.
You don't have to be like someone else.
No. That's cool. Yeah. So, good morning. You've not even had a coffee yet, and you've plenty to say.
Well, you can't get me started on a subject, Mark.
No, it's true. It's true. Is your extra energy because of having a run with the boy yesterday and a bit of a workout as well, or is that it's just Tuesday and you just...
it's just Tuesday. I don't know if the run in the morning and the workout in the afternoon has added to my energy or depleted my energy.
So it's doing something. It's doing
Definitely.
something. You definitely bounced out of bed this morning. It's good. Yeah, so here we are. It's 21st of April and we're coming up to, date-wise, a month of isolation and stuff. Date-wise.
Do I get a gift?
Do you get a gift?
Like a month anniversary?
What, being at home with you all the time?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
That could be a thing.
That could be
Hallmark, get in on this. You need like 1 month anniversary.
Don't talk about anniversaries. Danny's watching, I feel bad for him.
You're a total tight so-and-so, aren't you? Just ignore him, Danny.
Danny's just come on and I don't want him to feel bad that he hasn't got anyone to give it. He can give me a gift, Danny, obviously.
I don't think he'll want to give you a gift now. I'll stand up for you, Danny. Mark's being mean. You can bring me a gift instead.
There we go. So, I'm guessing that, yeah, Danny must be working this morning because he's up this early. Back to supporting the kids in Bradford, getting free school meals and getting their workout.
Legend.
Yeah, top man. Top man.
That's why we like you.
Yeah. It's not just putting cones in and out, is it? Being a PE teacher, Dan?
We don't just like you for your muscles. We like you for your ethics.
I'll send you that stuff I meant to send you. I'm sorry. There we go. I was meant to send you some workout stuff. So the young people can follow as a bit of a progression
that's
at home,
amazing.
which obviously is right up my street.
Yeah.
So I'll get that over to Danny. I'll get that over to you today, mate. Anyway.
It's all right when you get your mate to do your job for you, isn't it, Danny?
Oh.
Sorry, the level of banter this morning. You're going to have to.
I apologise.
I'm going to bring it down I'm going to bring it down a bit.
Eric. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, actually got anything valuable to say this morning, or are you just going to take the mick out of our friends through this? Oh. So you were talking about difference. I'm not going to go into what area because we don't want to upset anyone, but there is definitely I think a need for some people to move away from the kind of social norm and do their own thing.
Feeling like they've got to be the same, yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone's experience of being at home and working or not working and all that stuff is going to look very different, and potentially, if you can stay off social media a bit and not be too concerned about some of the news stuff, then your experience and what you're doing now is going to look different to everybody else, and there's not a comparison to make. You know, and sometimes observing and copying is a good thing. You know, back when I first started training when I was 15, 16, I would genuinely look at what other people were doing and I'd copy it, but also, hello mate, that's cheeky, would also, at that point, I've already started doing research. Even reading Men's Health is still research, and you kind of start to filter the information, filter what you're observing to make it work for you. And yeah, I think we need a little bit of a kind of let each other be okay with being different, and doing things different. Morning, Sam. everyone's circumstances are different, everyone's family is different, in the sense of if you are in a family unit, you know, what's right for Levi and Eden is going to be different for another family with 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever. Yeah, I think we just, in a sense, need to give each other permission, or take our own permission to do our own thing, and that's okay. And as long as we're kind of fulfilling moral and those sort of obligations, then what your life looks like is a little bit up to you.
Yeah.
Go on.
I don't know that I can. I don't know how much I can add to the conversation without running the risk of offending people, and that really isn't my heart at all. But I think that we have become so caught up in like certain things in society. There's value placed on certain things, right? And other things, there's less value placed on them by society. But it doesn't mean that those things aren't important. And I know that when my kids, well, our kids, sorry, claiming
What's going on here?
when our kids, when our kids were little, we'd made a choice before we ever had kids that one of us would stay home. Now, it wasn't we made a choice that I'd stay home because I'm a woman. We'd made a choice that we felt for our family that we'd want one of us to stay home or for us both to work part-time. As it happened, the way that it worked best so that we had more money was for me to stay home. And at the time, I think I had one friend up here who stayed home full-time with her kids at that point. And a lot of the time it left me feeling a little bit isolated. A lot of the time it left me feeling like it wasn't as important, like what other people were doing was more important, because socially more value was placed on it. Actually, people were celebrated for the fact that they were going back to work and they were managing to juggle motherhood and having a career and all of that stuff. And that's like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think if that's the best choice for your family, that's great. But it wasn't the best choice for our family. But I definitely felt like there wasn't as much value placed on it. And that was hard. And that's just one example, hey, but I think that that's the case for a lot of people. And sometimes, sadly, that means that people don't do the thing that they feel is best for their family. Or for them, or for their situation, whatever. Because they think that other people are going to look down on them, or it's going to cause some difficulties maybe within their wider family. And, you know, actually the example that we were talking about before, and this isn't Mark, okay, this is me. I don't think that I'm the same as Mark. Like, I don't think physiologically I'm not the same as him. He is wired differently to me, and that's partly just due to personality. It's partly due to the fact that he's a bloke and I'm a woman, and that's okay.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Apparently.
That's an actual thing, isn't it?
But like, that's okay. Like, I'm okay with the fact that he's stronger than me. It doesn't mean that I'm not strong, and I'm not strong for a woman. I'm sure strong, but he's always going to be stronger than me because he has more testosterone than me. That's not a bad thing. That's just
it's a
how it is.
Thing,
And in other ways, I bring more strength to the relationship than he does.
Definitely.
And so that balances out, and both those things are super valid.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking
I think
about.
I've said that in like the least offensive way
Hopefully
possible.
so.
I don't know.
Hopefully so.
Gracious.
I don't think anyone who's watching and waved is going to be
No.
upset and offended by that. You know, talking of great couples and, you know, people that do family in a great way. I mean, Sam's watching. Yeah. We learned a lot from you, Sam, when we were at TLG, and so thank you. Your family's great. That's really cool. Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it, though? Because I definitely think that we had, like, using Sam as an example, but actually throughout our relationship and marriage, there have been other people that have kind of done life in their way, that have actually really inspired us and really been an encouragement to us. I remember going to a church meeting one time, and we saw a family called the Ferreras together. And honestly, I remember looking at them and looking at the way they were together as a family and how tight they are as a family, and thinking, man, that's something to aspire to. And it's not because they had everything perfect, because by their own admission, I'm sure they didn't. But the way that they loved each other, the way that they were together, the way that they kind of built that real tight family was a real inspiration to me.
Yeah.
And I think we've had quite a lot of people that we've been able to look to that I'm really thankful for.
And on that, I was talking to the R2 yesterday about something, and I said to them, I don't necessarily know the person that that I'm referring to now, but I know that they have everyone's best interests at heart, because I've had the honour of knowing their 3 sons, and their 3 sons wouldn't be as great as they are and really good people without their dad and their mum, I know her a little bit as well, being great parents and being having their best interests at heart. And I don't think you can't necessarily, you can be great in one area of life and rubbish in another, because I've been there, but you can't do it for that prolonged period of time where their sons are now into their late 20s and 30s,
and having
they're
their own
great
families.
people having their own families, without having that foundation of being stability, and whatever and love that they've bought through the years, and that transfers into their professional life, which is the professional life was what was impacting the kids. So, I think that's probably another kind of area to think of as. I think we're talking about giving each other permission to make our own choices, but I think the flip side of that is also towards other people always trying to believe that their intentions are the best, rather than I've been through periods of time where I've kind of tried to overanalyze and get cynical and that, oh, why are they doing this, and they must be doing this because. But actually, if we just take people's decisions and actions as they're doing their best with the information and circumstances they're in at the time, and not kind of read too much into it and don't take it personally, they're doing something against us, unless they clearly are. But
unless someone's just smacked you in the head, in which case.
Unless it's kind of direct action and you can clearly see they weren't, then it's another case of kind of letting each other off the hook and believing the best of each other. Then actually, I think it would save a lot of time and energy and worry about what other people are doing. And I genuinely think the majority of people act out of the best.
Most people are doing the best they can with what they've got, hey? And, we just all need to give each other a little bit of a break.
There's a really, actually, it reminds me of a really cool, quite poignant episode of, what's that medical one? With,
New Amsterdam?
No, way further back, comedy.
Oh.
What's it called? What's his name?
With Turk?
Turk at the back,
Yeah, oh goodness me.
I know my mind's in my head now,
honestly,
but it's not.
Can't think what it's called.
Oh, it's an American drama. It was on for ages, really funny.
Scrubs.
Scrubs, that's it.
Yes.
And what's his name? What's the main character?
Oh goodness me.
The main character's dad turns up, and he's a bit of he's a travelling salesman, and he's just really one of the lads rather than being his dad. And so there's a bit of an existential crisis for this guy, because his dad's...
What kind of crisis?
Existential. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, that is how you say
that. Good.
I thought you said exponential.
Kind of did probably the first time anyway. He has a bit of a crisis, and one of the other doctors says, whatever your dad's done through your life, he's always just done the best that he can at the time. And I think, if we start to kind of view some relationships and interactions in that sense, it kind of simplifies things a lot, and saves a lot of energy.
It can. I think it can actually be really helpful for some of your closer relationships as well. I think that it's really easy as you're growing up. Parents make mistakes, like,
Yeah.
or I make mistakes, Mark makes mistakes, we make mistakes now, but it's really easy to see the mistakes that your parents made when you were kids in a different light.
Yep.
And because you're the one that has to live with the impact of those mistakes. And obviously, some mistakes are greater than others, right? So I'm not like trying to play down those kind of really major things. Obviously, that's different. But I think it's helpful to look at your parents. Like as an adult now, I can look at my mum and dad and say, do you know what? They did the best they could with what they had. And some of that was awesome and some of that was not so awesome. But actually, they loved us and they did everything that they could to support us. And my responsibility now is to try and start from a higher place, and build on what they built in me, so that my kids can then build on what I build in them, and so on and so forth, and hopefully it goes down the generations and it keeps getting better. But I definitely think it really eases things, man, if you just start to believe the best in each other and give people some slack for the fact that they make mistakes, because we all make mistakes.
And depending on what the closeness of the relationship that you're interacting in, you don't know what else is going on for them at that time.
Depending on the closeness of the relationship you're acting in, does it really matter?
No.
I mean,
but also,
let it go.
In terms of maybe someone at work or, you don't know what else is happening for them, and then why they're doing and saying the things they are, that obviously then affecting you, especially if someone that is, your line manager or whatever like that.
Could be going for a whole world of stuff, couldn't they?
Totally. So that's a whole load of stuff again today. Wow, cool. Yeah. See, sometimes no plan's a good plan. We'll come on
no
and talk
plan's
about
a good plan.
stuff, but
I don't think I ever thought you'd say that.
But no plan's a good plan.
Yeah, when we first met, and I literally had to take your trainers off your feet and push you back on the sofa to make you relax. Don't think I ever thought I'd hear you say no plan's a good plan.
It's a kind of.
It's like a miracle moment, guys.
It's what, over 14 years in the making. Sometimes no plan's a good plan. Is what I'm saying. Sometimes a plan is definitely what you need.
That's true.
Anyway, have a great morning. Have a great Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. And as always, anything that we can help with, please send a message or an email or whatever, and we'll do our best to help. And if you've just jumped on, this video will get uploaded pretty much straight away. It's not too long, so it doesn't take too long to go up, and you can watch it again. Cool. Have a great day.
See ya.